All right, here for the very final example of today's lesson is example number 2, where we're going to describe the effect of a rotation. So in this example, Kendrick is working with a team in his social studies class to create a new country and its government. Kendrick is responsible for creating the country's flag. He uses geometry software to design the flag on the coordinate plane. Describe how the two yellow stars would be affected if they were rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise about the center of the white star. Okay, so let's label a few things. I'm going to label the center of the white star, which is roughly here. And I'm going to label the center of the yellow stars, here and here. Okay, so now let's actually see if we can zoom in on this thing a little bit. Now what we want to do next, let me label those again. What we want to do next is we want to, let's do this one at a time. Instead of doing both the yellow stars, let's just do one for now, so this doesn't look too messy. So I'm going to make a little line that goes from there to there. And if I want it to be 90 degrees, that means I need to make a right angle. Okay, I need to make like a perfect little L. And that L needs to be the same length as my original one. So I think I drew that maybe a little bit long, so I could kind of clip off a tiny bit here. That looks about right. Okay, so a 90-degree location would move this star to that spot. Okay, so it looks like roughly, kind of approximately, we go over 1, up 2, and now we go up 1, over 2. Okay, so if we treat this as the origin, so I know we're not rotating around the origin, but if we treat this as the origin, then we can kind of follow those rules that we described before, which, were on here, which said that if I'm rotating 90 degrees, I go from xy to negative xy. Is that right? I think I have that backwards. Nope, over here. Sorry. I go from xy to negative yx. Okay, so if originally this was like, if we count this as the origin, right? I'm just kind of shifting what I'm imagining to be the origin. If we're initially at x equals 1, y equals 2, then we're going to go to negative 2, positive 1. Okay, so they flip and one of them gets a negative sign. Okay, if you don't want to think about it that way, which I'd rather not, I like to just kind of look at the images and think about them visually. A 90-degree rotation is an L shape, right? That's turning from here to here. 90 degrees, 180 would be a flat line. 90 degrees is like that right angle L shape. So as long as we make that L shape, as long as we make that 90 degrees that we know, and we keep the magnitude of these lines the same before and after, then we're in good shape. Okay, so if we did that for the second line, going from here to here, making that L, our new point would end up going from here, starting there, ending up roughly there. Okay, so visually, we're just kind of making approximations here, and that is it for example number 2. That is it for part 3 of our lesson today on reflections, translations, and rotations. Thank you for paying attention throughout the whole lesson, and good luck on your homework and assignments that come from this lesson.